Godzilla. You can pretend Godzilla turns a mighty castle into a pile of sand.
Go do it, Godzilla!
You control Godzilla's ugly tongue. You can make him stomp, pound his tail, pretending he strikes it all in his way. You can launch Godzilla's claw for the final blow.
Tidal wave! Begin the final phase!
Transform!
Hey all you action figure enthusiasts out there, JC here, and welcome to a Friday edition of TNI News. Now just real quick before we get into today's news, the normal reminder that if you are new to this channel, please think about subscribing. Also hit that bell notification so you're alerted every time I upload a new video, and that way you can stay on top of all the latest action figure news as it happens. Alright, so let's jump into today's news, and let's start off with some news on the Marvel front. So going up for pre-order yesterday was that fourth Wolverine 2-pack that was announced last month or last year during Hasbro's last Marvel Legend live stream. It's the Joe Fixit and Patch 2-pack. So this one costs a little bit more than the others. It is available at places like our sponsors Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth, and the cost of that one is $60 because you've got the bigger Hulk figure in the set. The Hulk figure comes with an extra head and an extra pair of hands. Same thing with the Wolverine / Patch figure. You get two different head sculpts, and then you get a pair of hands with the claws, and then a pair of closed-fisted hands without. So again, that is the fourth set that has now gone up for pre-order. The Sabretooth one, which was one of the first ones that went up for pre-order, is currently sold out on Amazon, but you can still get it at places like Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth. And Hasbro's Dan Young had posted some in-hand images of that set, including an out-of-the-package look at Sabretooth, which, honestly does look like probably is Hasbro's best Jim Lee-style Sabretooth to date. So you can still get that one even though it's sold out currently at Amazon. You can still get it at places like our sponsors Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth. At least the last time I checked you did. And all the others, as far as I know of, are still currently available pretty much everywhere. And remember, there's actually at least one more Wolverine 2-pack coming, a fifth one. Dan Young has confirmed that, and he even suggested that they've already teased it at least once. So I don't know what tease he was referring to. I don't know what the figures are going to be in the fifth Wolverine 2-pack, but there is apparently going to be another Wolverine 2-pack coming later this year. For those of you who may still be wanting to add that Walmart exclusive comic book based classic Star-Lord figure to your collection, you can now get it for $12.97 off the Walmart website. It has been discounted for the last couple of days, so I don't know how long the discount will last, but as I'm still filming this, it is still only being listed at $12.97. So again, this is a Walmart exclusive. So Walmart right now at least is the only place that you can get this one, but I doubt you're going to see it any cheaper than $12.97. So if you want to add it to your collection, now is probably the time to do it. Hasbro also will be kicking off their very first live stream of 2024 next week on January 23rd, which is Tuesday at 11 a.m. It'll be taking place with the Star Wars brand team, so we will be getting some new Star Wars reveals, some new pre-orders. Everything that is covered, of course, we'll have up on Jedi Insider as it's announced, and I'm sure I'll be talking about whatever is shown in next week's Wednesday's news video. But again, the live stream, which takes place, of course, on the Hasbro Pulse YouTube channel, will be kicking off next Tuesday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Now jumping over to Transformers. So on Monday I talked about how we had gotten some images for that new G1 Gears figure, and I'd said maybe it would be going up for pre-order this week. I knew there was a pre-order coming this week. I didn't know exactly what it was. It was not the Gears figure. However, it was the Legacy United Titan Armada Universe Tidal Wave figure. So this is one that we had seen before, but it is now available for pre-order. So again, this is based on the original Armada, Transformers Armada Tidal Wave, which was a pretty cool figure. I actually sold my original one last year. But this one is a Titan series, so it is a pretty, it's bigger than the original Armada one. This one's said to stand somewhere between 19 and 20 inches tall. It is going to cost you, it's got a pretty hefty price tag. It's going to cost you about $200. It is currently available for pre-order at places like our sponsors Big Bad Toy Store, Entertainment Earth. I believe it's up on Amazon as well. And this one is supposed to be released later this summer around July timeframe. So now I've seen some people talking about whether this is going to go on clearance or not. As I understand it, and I've checked with a couple of different retailers, Hasbro is not producing this one as in large numbers as previous Titan Transformers. So the likelihood that this one goes on discount, at least a big discount, is not high, I would say, at least here in the United States. So, take that as you will. If you want to add it to your collection, if you want to pay $200, I'd say go for it. If not, if it's too expensive for you or just not a character you're interested in, then obviously don't get it. But for those thinking that it's going to end up at Ollie's or Marshall's at the end of the year, my guess is that will not be the case. Now, sticking with Transformers, but jumping over to Threezero, we have a look at the new Transformers MDLX articulated Skywarp figure. So this has gone up for pre-order again at places like our sponsor Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth. The cost of this one is $119.99. So this figure, which does not transform into a jet or anything, but it's going to stand about 7.8 inches tall. It is articulated. It's got a fair amount of articulation to it. It's got some nice detail. It does not look exactly like the original G1, but it does have, it's kind of a modern take to the character. So again, this is available for pre-order now, and it's from Threezero. Now, the final bit of news I have on the Hasbro front, it's an update to a story I talked about on Monday. It's in regards to those real Ghostbuster Fright feature figures, the Kenner-like classic figures. So on Monday, I told you how these had gone up for pre-order at places like Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth. However, before that, I had told you how these were supposed to be exclusive to Target first until like April timeframe. And so on Monday, I'd mentioned how it was kind of weird that other retailers were starting to put them up with a release date of February. So since then, both Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth have pulled those listings. So if you pre-ordered them from them, I believe they will honor those pre-orders because, again, these are not actual Target store exclusives, but Target just has first dibs on them. So I guess there was an error, a miscommunication somewhere. I don't know, or somebody jumped the gun. I don't know, but it does look like these are going to show up at Target's first, which is why I think Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth pulled their pre-orders. They will eventually have them back up for pre-order. I don't know if it'll be as late as March or April. Again, originally when they put them up, they were listing them with a February release date. So I don't know. We'll have to see how that plays out. But again, those pre-orders were pulled from Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth for those figures because a Target is supposed to have first dibs exclusive rights to them to be able to release them first. So these will probably start showing up at Target stores at any time if they haven't already. And then either, I'd say, late February or March, you'll start seeing other retailers like Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth carry them. NECA has released some package images for their new Studios Monsterizor with light-up effects, the playset for their Universal Monster figures, so you could use them with other figures as well, I'm sure. This is being offered exclusively on the NECA store. The cost of it is $80. It's definitely cool looking with all the lights and effects and everything. I'm not sure if it's $80 cool, but you'll have to make that decision yourself. But again, here in the United States, this is being sold as a NECA store exclusive, and it is available right now on the NECA store website. And speaking of NECA, I just wanted to let you know that yesterday, those two Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle figures, the animated series Evil Rex, and then the Last Ronin Patrol Bot figures, did go up on the Target website, as in you could actually buy them. Now, they only lasted for like a couple of minutes before they sold out, which is, not too unusual for NECA Turtle stuff. Probably, the Scalper bots got them. But they did, on Monday I told you how they had been listed on Target's website but weren't yet available. But they did go up yesterday briefly, and as I said, they quickly sold out. So the Evil Rex, which is a Target store exclusive, will hit physical stores. Whether Target makes it available again, they probably will. But just like this first time, they probably will sell out fairly quickly. The Patrol Bot is not a Target store exclusive, so eventually that will be carried at other retailers. So if you can't get it at Target, you don't have to worry too much. But the Evil Rex, that one might be harder to get, at least online. How easy it will be to get at physical stores, it's hard to say, but it is an army builder technically, so people might want to buy more than one. But as I said, it was briefly up yesterday, available for purchase. For you Masters of the Universe Turtles of Grayskull fans, we've got a nice look at the new Sla'ker figure from Roy Juarez. So this one is a combo of Faker and Slash. And, overall he looks pretty cool. I've seen a lot of mixed reactions to this line. I've seen some people who seem to really like it and others who seem to really hate it. So it's hard to really gauge how popular this line is with fans. To me it seems like a cool concept. Some of the figures look better than others. But you can see here in the packaging, I'm sure we're probably going to get the slime pit that you can see on the back of the packaging for this one. I can't imagine that Mattel isn't going to do some type of Turtles of Grayskull slime pit playset at some point. You can also see this is one of the figures that will have a Build-A-Figure piece for the metal Bato, so you can get another look at that one. But again, here's a nice look at one of the figures in the line. Also, just to note that we're starting to see Wave 2 show up in stock at places. Not Big Bad Toy Store, but Entertainment Earth has the Beastman from Series 2 in stock, and I've seen other people, I think, finding them in stores. So, again, Wave 2 looks like is starting to show up now. And while we're on the subject of Masters of the Universe, we've got the new Revolution series that will be premiering next week on Netflix. And we have a prequel comic that is coming from Dark Horse Comics. So they showed an image from issue number 4, the cover, which you might consider to be spoilerish. So on the cover, if you don't want any spoilers, and I'm assuming this is a spoiler, I can't say 100% sure, but on the cover it says, "Who is Despera?" So if you're not familiar with the character Despera, she's basically Adora / She-Ra. So I don't know if that means She-Ra is going to show up in the Revolution cartoon. We know Hordak is, so it makes sense. At least Adora maybe she doesn't turn into She-Ra this season or something, but starts to lay the groundwork for that. I don't know. But definitely in the prequel comic, it looks like we are going to be getting some type of She-Ra action there. So we'll have to wait and see. I'm definitely looking forward to the new season, again on Netflix, which should premiere next week, specifically starting on January 25th, which is next Thursday. For you wrestling fans, it looks like A24 is going to be releasing an action figure based on their movie Iron Claw, specifically the Zac Efron character, who, of course, in the movie plays Kevin Von Erich. So essentially a Zac Efron version of Kevin Von Erich is getting the action figure treatment. This will be sold on the A24 website. A24 is actually the one who is producing this movie. So I didn't realize they were making figures, but I don't know exactly what scale this figure is. They didn't provide any of those details, just these images. But again, starting next month on the A24 website, you will be able to get your hands on this figure of Kevin Von Erich, played by Zac Efron in the movie. Now, even though the movie didn't do so well at the box office, we continue to get new products for the Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom movie. So from Hot Toys, we are getting a Black Manta figure, which looks quite nice. The detailing on the helmet with the light-up eyes looks really cool. This figure is available for pre-order now. You can get it at places like our sponsor, Big Bad Toy Store, and the cost of this one is $269.99. Again, Black Manta, a 1/6 scale Black Manta figure from Hot Toys. And then from Beast Kingdom, we're getting Aquaman himself. So this is an 8-inch figure, and this one, again, is available for pre-order at places like our sponsor, Big Bad Toy Store, and the cost of this one is $80. For you Power Ranger fans, that Zeo set from Threezero that I talked about the other day has gone up for pre-order. You can get it at places like our sponsors, Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth. So you can buy it as a set, which includes the blue, yellow, red, green, and pink Rangers, which will cost you about $480, or you can buy the figures individually at $100 a piece. So you get all their signature weapons. These are 1/6 scale figures, so 12-inch figures. And again, if you're into Power Rangers and like the Zeo team, these are ones that you might want to check out. Super 7 has announced a new Ultimate Godzilla figure. So this figure stands about 8 inches tall. So this is basically a repaint of their Shogun Godzilla, which is actually a pretty cool figure. I have the regular version back there. I had the original Shogun Godzilla as a kid, and always thought it was a really fun toy. And even though, the Super 7 ones are smaller, they did a good job of replicating the features like the tongue that sticks out for the flame breath and the shooting fist and everything. But this one is essentially the same figure, only it's got flames painted on it. It's listed as the 1995 Godzilla. So this is available for pre-order now at places like our sponsor Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth, and the cost of this one is $55. If you're a fan of the Deep Space video game, we've got a new Isaac Clarke figure from Good Smile Company for their Figma line. So this figure stands about 6.7 inches tall. It's going to include his plasma cutter effect piece, 3 articulated hand parts, a lower health rig part, and a figure stand. So this one is available for pre-order now at places like our sponsor Big Bad Toy Store. Again, it's a Figma figure, and the cost of it is $109.99, and it's supposed to be released next year in April 2025. For you Valaverse fans, that Action Force 112 scale Vanguard vehicle, both the tan and the gray versions, are now available for pre-order at our sponsor Big Bad Toy Store. So previously I told you how it was available on the Valaverse website, but if for whatever reason you don't want to buy it from there, you can now pre-order it from Big Bad Toy Store. Now, one thing to note about if you pre-order it pretty much anywhere outside of the Valaverse website, the cost is $184.99 for the Vanguard vehicle, which is the same as it is on the Valaverse website. However, if you order it directly through Valaverse, you get the missile launcher that you can put on the top of the vehicle. That's included with the $184 price. But if you buy it anywhere outside of Valaverse, you've got to buy the missile launcher separately, so it'll be an additional $30. So you can buy the missile launcher, again, it's sold separately if you get it someplace like Big Bad Toy Store, but essentially it will cost you a little bit more if you go that route. I would say, like, if you're overseas or someplace where you don't have access to the Valaverse website, this might be a good option for you, but like if you're here in the United States, then you might just want to go straight to the source on this one. But again, it is available for pre-order now at Big Bad Toy Store. Okay, and then the final bits of news I have for you today are on the McFarlane toy front. So we've got 3 new figures to talk about. The first one is that Batman Dawn of Justice Batman figure. So that has gone up for pre-order today. However, I will tell you, it sold out very quickly, pretty much everywhere that I've seen. It's sold out on Amazon. It's sold out on Entertainment Earth. It is sold out on Big Bad Toy Store. I'd never realized that this version of Ben Affleck Batman was that popular. The cost of the figure was $22.99. Now, I haven't looked every single place, so it may be still available at other places. This is not any kind of exclusive, so you can probably check anywhere that carries McFarlane toys, but definitely at least those 3 places it sold out very quickly. So it will probably be made available again at places like Amazon and stuff, but as I say, right now that figure is sold out. So that's the Dawn of Justice, the new Dawn of Justice Batman figure from McFarlane Toys. Also going up for pre-order today is another McFarlane store exclusive. This is being listed as the Batman Injustice 2 Knightmare Edition gold label figure. This is a repaint of a figure they've done a couple of different times. So this one is going to cost you $30 if you want to add it to your collection. It is done in black and gold. But again, this one is essentially a repaint of a figure. I think they've released at least 2 other times besides this one. But as I say, this one is being offered as a McFarlane store exclusive, and the cost of it is $30. And then finally, yesterday we had some images surface online for the Dark Knight Skydive Batman figure. So this is not one that McFarlane has yet officially announced, but we did see listings for this figure through the overseas distributors a couple of months ago. No word yet on when this one is going to go up for pre-order. I thought it maybe was going to go up today, but it didn't. So maybe next week. I don't know. Again, McFarlane hasn't actually officially announced this figure yet, but it is coming because we've seen the distributor listings for it, and now we have these images. So it is based on, the Dark Knight movie, Kristen Bale. I can't say that head sculpt looks too much like Kristen Bale, but you do get like all the accessories from that scene where he's breaking into the skyscraper. Other than you don't get his helmet / mask, at least it doesn't look like you do. So that's a little disappointing, though. Knowing McFarlane, there'll be a gold label version with the masked head on it. I don't know, but again, images for this one surfaced yesterday, and when more details become available on it, I'll be sure to let you guys know. Okay, so that's it for today. As always, I'd love to hear your thoughts on everything I talked about down in the comment section below. Like this video if you're so inclined, and as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, if you are new to this channel, please think about subscribing. I'd really appreciate it. Also hit the bell notification so you're alerted every time I upload a new video. That way you can stay on top of all the latest action figure news. Stay safe out there, guys, especially if you're somewhere in the United States where it's really, really cold and snowing quite a bit. We've had 3 inches of snow here just today, and I think the high is like 18 degrees. So definitely stay safe out there. And until next time, guys, I'll catch you later. Thanks for watching today's video. Now, if you're new to the channel, please think about hitting that subscribe button. Also hit the bell notification so you're alerted every time I upload a new video. For all the latest action figure news, be sure to head over to toynewseye.com, marvelousnews.com, JediInsider.com, and tformers.com. And remember, action figures are great,